Good afternoon, evening, morning. In this video, let's take a look at the week's action. So starting out, we're looking at the SPY, which is the ETF for the S&P 500 market index. And so for the action for the week, it was actually a good finish. We, for the week, opened up slightly, tested the support zones, which were discussed in the midweek video, and we actually ended up closing the week pretty good in terms of price action. A slight from high to low outside week, but on the weekly, the volume wasn't very strong, so lower volume than the prior week, so definitely weaker volume. So the areas that we need to look at for where this market may trend, it's kind of looks like we still have a little bit more to test to the upside into this red zone, which is full of resistance areas and resistance points. So we could easily come up, we're at 406, so we could easily find ourselves trading up to, say, the 420, 425 zone. I may take more than a week to get there, but that's certainly very plausible. And chances are, then we can see what the market's strength looks like in terms of its ability to either cut through that, cut above the resistance, or it gets rejected and turned away. And then we're back to testing the support zone. So not super strong support zones in here. There was a zone which I pointed out earlier. And what we're looking to see is if that can hold. If it doesn't, then we're looking to come down to 375s, and in a more drastic scenario, we can come down back to the 365 zone on the S&P. So those are all possible high, middle, and low plausible paths. So if we zoom in onto the daily action. So let's start here. So this was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. This was the prior week, end of the prior week. So we can see that we basically gapped up on Monday, but then hit resistance up here, worked our way down, closing low in the range. The next day, we opened up fairly close to where we closed, and then worked down to support zones, tagged support as expected, and had a small bounce off there for the close. The next day we opened up as where we closed, and then worked our way higher most of the day, closing pretty good for the day's close. And then Thursday we had a gap down, but that worked up on higher volume. So that was actually, Thursday's action was the first real positive action for the week. And then on Friday we had a gap up, and the market worked up, closing fairly close to its highs for the day, and some slightly higher, heavier volume. Although the weekly volume looks anemic, certainly the day's action suggests that there's still some meat on the bone there. If we go in a little bit further into the market, and then we can see how the market's kind of found support in the zone around the 390 area, and then it's basically got what may end up being a technical bounce. This gap up here is positive, so it kind of suggests there's some interest in the market, although in the last couple of hours of the day's action, we did give a little bit back, some slight weakness to the finish, but overall definitely a positive week. And then back to the weekly. So where the action is as of now, the markets remain uncertain, and given that the index portfolios are flat at this stage, as of this week, they will remain flat until we get a better read on what this market wants to do. Okay, thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.